Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss, and today's bike vlog, I want to talk about comparing yourself to others and how it's one of the biggest detriments people can have on their weight loss journey. You know, in this world of TikTok and social media and always online, terminally online, there's so many fitness influencers. I mean, I watch many of them. I'm trying to learn and get the best results and live my best life, you know? And, you know, I see a lot of people that they compare themselves to these monsters or these great looking people. I say monsters, like mass monsters, like super fucking buff motherfuckers like Sam Sulek and fucking Larry Wheels, you know, people that are obviously on steroids. I mean, Larry Wheels talked about his cycles before, but when you're trying to just be your best self, live your best life, you know, you comparing yourself in any way, really. I mean, you know, looking at someone else's job, money, and there's a difference between using that, looking at someone and saying, man, I want that, and striving and trying to put that forth as your goals. But I see people that they give up on their journey. They stop working out. They stop doing what they're doing because they're not reaching the goals that they set forth based on this other person. And they're like, oh, well, so-and-so, he lost this much weight in 5 months. You don't know what kind of diuretics that person was on. You don't actually know what their diet really looked like. Unless you're there watching them 24/7. No one knows what a fitness influencer is really doing, what their diet really looks like, what kind of supplements they're actually taking, whether the shit they're selling, they're even using. You don't even know. So comparing yourself to that and following that and looking at that as your guide, it's wrong, and it's going to steer you down the wrong path for your journey. You know, if you've been following the channel, you know one thing that has been a mainstay, besides the one and true tried calorie deficit, is tailor making your diet to yourself. And that whole process is having a weight loss journey that fits you. You know, I constantly say you cannot just find a fad diet online and fit it to everyone. Some people, they'll go on a keto diet. Some people will go on a vegan diet. And those diets will work for them. But those aren't end-all be-alls for all people. Everyone's body is different. And by exercising and cooking your own food, eating processed food, and tracking your calories, living in a calorie deficit at least 6 out of 7 days a week, it's calorie deficit, you can lose a substantial amount of weight and live your best life. I've been doing it right now. You know, I've been struggling to get down below 220. I'm gonna go weigh myself today. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like 219. I've been locking in, hitting my deficit, you know, fasting. I've talked about fasting in the past. You know, I did a 24-hour fast yesterday. I'm drinking water, consumed caffeine in that time frame, but just no food, no real calories or anything. I broke that fast with like a protein shake. And later I'm gonna have a nice big steak with potatoes and vegetables. And, you know, the idea is yesterday I did something I haven't done in like 3 or 4 weeks. I didn't work out, didn't hit the bike, you know. And if you know, I've been fucking hitting it 7 days a week, hitting it strong. And I've been playing basketball every Sunday. Knees was just tired, sleepy, and I wanted to rest and relax. But I wanted to maintain my calorie deficit, and I was like, okay, I'll do a little fast. And it's not something I can say everyone can just fucking, oh yeah, just do a 24-hour fast. No, you know, I say start small, 4 hours, 6 hours, especially if it's something your body's not used to. If you're used to constantly just feeding, even just something as small as that, as more, you know, portion control, calorie tracking, it can seem so tedious, but it is so beneficial. It's so important to actually see the numbers, to see them on a piece of paper, to see them on a screen, on a phone, to understand, oh, I consumed 2,200 calories on Monday, 2,300 calories on Tuesday. And then remember what I always say, the idea is calorie deficit. If you're burning more calories than you're consuming, the numbers on the scale will go down. The mirror, you will start to look better. And that's only if you're hitting that calorie deficit. And I'm telling you, every video you see, and not every, but most of the videos you're watching, most of the shit you see, they're trying to sell you on some bullshit, a fad diet, do this, do that. Exercise, weight training, calorie deficit. You know, and the calorie deficit is proper diet. You know, people say diet and exercise. We need to start saying calorie deficit and exercise, because calorie deficit is your diet. If you're dieting, unless you're fucking bulking, the idea of you dieting is to be in a calorie deficit. There's no other way to explain it. You know, and the video is about comparing yourself to others. But every video, every thought, every word about a weight loss journey can web back to calorie deficit. I know it sounds silly, sounds crazy, I'm repeating myself, but people just don't fucking take it seriously. You know, besides comparing yourself to others, not tracking your calories, and just not knowing how many fucking calories people are consuming, that's really what it's coming down to. And that's really the problem, is it's just like society when they don't know certain things. We're not Googling it enough for ourselves. We're looking to a video. We're looking for someone to tell us how to think. And if you want a wonderful journey, wonderful diet, you have to take it head on. You have to control it. You have to put the research in for yourself. It's your body, man. You take care of your car. You know, you do oil changes on your car and shit. You feed it gas. You do everything right. You maintain your computer. You buy virus protection for it. Our body is something that lasts longer than all of those things. That's going to be there at the end of the day. Those things can fail and our body is still here. Guess what? Our body can fail too. And by exercising, by being in that calorie deficit, I was 367 pounds. So when I say that the fat brought me down in so many ways, not just physically, but mentally as well, there is such a dichotomy of mental strength, physical strength, you know, happiness, that all intertwines when you start to exercise, when you start to be in a calorie deficit, when you start to lose weight. I promise you, you may not like the idea, you may not think it, but I feel like if 90% of people start exercising and start eating right, and they get into a routine, make the routine, track the calories, have a schedule, I 100% think that they'd be able to stick to it and they would be happy. And I promise you, I see so many people on social media, online, in person, especially my generation and below, millennials, Gen Z, they're so fucking depressed, they're so sad. The fucking suicide jokes, they go crazy. And I really feel like, and it sounds stupid, it sounds nuts, I feel like 70-75% of their problems, issues, they won't be gone. They don't alleviate your issues. They don't make you feel alone. It's not going to make you feel like you have friends. But building your body up, becoming stronger and losing the weight, whether you're fat, skinny, being healthy in that aspect of your body will change everything for you. Promise you. I promise you. Just give it a try. Hope you start your weight loss journey today and stay positive.